Hello everyone, this is Bloba coming at you with another RPG Tycoon 2 video. Now, we mostly finished this place out. I had an idea. I wanted to do a little bit more with this region, but I'm not 100% sure that there's space for it. So at the risk of destroying everything and start over, I will try something out here. I'd like to something like that. Come down the mountains a little bit. That's more or less working. And now for the scary part. Bringing the mountains back. Does that work? Kind of. Let's just do this, but try to be a little bit more conscious about now. Yeah, there we go. That works pretty much. I wanted to. It was a little bit yanky, but I think it's more or less on it. Okay. The mountains are very narrow here. I want to add a little bit more. Actually, how they got snow goblins, they came through this pass. This pass is super narrow. We're going to place a little bit more scenery down the path. We get the very rocky. Some smaller rocks to just kind of sprinkle around. Now, we're going to obvious. We want to make a new NPC. Sorry, new monster. We're going to use probably the. Sorry, just realized I had my mic far away, so there's a little bit quiet. Apologies for that. We're going to use the troll again if I can find him as a base for us. Oh, don't see the troll anywhere. Oh, there they are. You hit them like white, like snow with blue eyes. Okay. That's their eyes. We need that to be blue. I think we're going to want a different torso. That's a skeleton, right? Yeah, okay. Looks about right for the torso we wanted. We need to shrink the head just a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's about what we're looking for. Snow Goblin Warrior. Can we fit that? Yeah, okay. Now this is going to be kind of like the people who led the Snow Goblin Assault, if you will. So you guys have 659. You're gonna have 8 speed instead. Bathos is gonna be 10. And your rage is also going to be 10. So decently stronger. Simple bash. Yeah, clobber the target. The description's perfect too. Don't want this to be too special. This is just kind of a good old-fashioned bonk. The snow goblins will come up more in our next region as well. This hammer's not exactly what I wanted, but this one's probably better, yeah. The damage might be a little bit too high. I need to go double check what everyone else's damage. Barbarian's bash, which is the same thing. That was 1.2 damage. So we'll make you have the same damage as Barbarian for your bash. 1.2. So I think we'll give you a goblin racial called Fast Healing. Fast Healing, and This will be a self only. Heal over time. 10-second. Huge cooldown on it though. 2 health over 10 seconds. These are like the. I was thinking about giving it to every goblin, but no, this is going to be like a special goblin. Let me just make sure this is roughly in line. Yeah, it's 50% damage reduction for 2 seconds, and you have stunned them for 2 seconds. And you have increased damage dealt for 2 seconds. I think I just realized your arms are a little bit disproportionate to your head. Let's go ahead and fix your head a little bit. Your head's a little bit too big. Or maybe it's your arms that are too small. Yeah, I think that looks better. Oops. So that's going to be you for your absolutely basic abilities. Then use something to do with ice. Frost Blade. No, Frost Strike. .20, and that is going to slow you for 5 seconds. Freeze. Target. Slowing them. I freeze the target, and then it does the rest for me. And I'm going to want this stuff to look a little bit different. Yeah, we could just go over to you and save this prefab, port it over to them. There you go. And then you can, they will be able to kind of spam this. As long as they have the rage for it, but it's going to be very expensive. Costs 5 rage to use it, but it's technically spammable. And then at level 4, which is where they're going to come into the most relevance. Hammer Toss. Going to give them a ranged ability. This is going to cost just straight up 1 rage. And do 1.5 damage. We'll actually lower the speed to 7, because yeah, they're going to have slows, and they're going to have various ways that they can get at you. Like the hammer toss is just going to cause rage and a little bit of cast time whenever they use it. So that's going to be kind of the cost for that. Obviously, they're going to be a lot bigger, the other goblins. These are like elite specimens. And then he's going to be hiding back here. Where'd the king go? Is he hiding inside his tower? Looks like it. Right. Do you have any quests left over? You have one quest. He wants you to interrogate this guy and find out how exactly these goblins even got in here in the first place. Why don't you do that a little bit higher? Yeah, there you go. Added a new little side, well, not side quest as part of the main quest, but added a little bit more to the region, fleshed it out a little bit more. Want to add a little bit more scenery here. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for that region for now. I know I said that last time, but I wanted to do something over here. We need a very small building. Okay, it's not small enough. Would like to have these things not poke out from the side. Come on, don't poke out from the side, please. I would prefer it if you didn't have this thing on top, but it might possibly still work. I know in that one playthrough he uses the arid buildings quite a bit. Okay. Now we're actually going to make a new class here soon. Basically, we're going to have a little bit more of a quest involving Iron Tooth and delving into this new region over here, specifically. This region is going to be a level 1 to 2 region. I'm not going to do a lot of regions like this because I know it doesn't really work out well, but I think for what I had planned, it should be fine. Yeah, if we're going to do anything, it's going to be field, pine forest, mushroom forest, and maybe mountain. Even though I don't technically have it ready yet, we're going to go ahead and add the new class in. Um, So we're going to be able to have 1 human, 1 dwarf, 1 elf, and then something else. So we have dwarf. Yeah, we just pretended like he was not in that slot, he was in the slot instead. Then, yeah, we go boom, boom, boom. Each of them having 2. Then we have an empty slot. I mean, I might try an idea out in the future, but it's going to be a new elf. Before I really get started, I want to go ahead and make sure that they're about the same size as everyone else. Yes, okay. Now, I want to find the right torso for you guys. No, that's too heavily armored. That's straight up a doctor. Let's move you. Or not. I guess we can't move the torso. Well, let's move the head then. There's no other head that even vaguely looks like an elf, I don't think. Okay. So for your arms, so it's about right. We want to make these bigger though. About 0.9 looks fine. Might want to push them away slightly. Yeah, these boots match what I'm going for. You know, if that's fine. I want to change your hair color. There we go. Now, I believe I named them all elf. Yeah, like elf. Um, sword dancer might be the best thing. Yeah, I think sword dancer probably about sums up what I want. They're not exactly like a rogue or something like that, but they're probably gonna have a superficial resemblance to a rogue. They're gonna have none of that. So let's see the ranger for reference. That's 9 speed. Like these guys are actually going to have 10 speed. Ranger has 15 health. Shaman has 15 health. Barbarian is 20. Master is 25. So you'll have 15. You're going to be relatively low health. Now at first, it's not going to be, at first level, they're not going to be anything particularly overwhelming. I figure they're probably even going to be a little bit underwhelming at first level. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Slash. Let's change this to slash instead of stab. Everything about it is going to be very basic. Like comparing them to the barbarian, for example, the barbarian does more damage, has more health, is slower though. So these guys are definitely going to require a lot more skill to play effectively. But that's kind of what I intended. Now at level 2 is where things start to get interesting. That's all we have is up to level 2 for people. See if we can find good. Oh wait, this might be even better for the first one. Because that's super basic, which is what I was going for. No, actually I like this. This looks cool. Keep that. Okay. And here comes their mechanic. Now they do 2 damage every 2 seconds. I might adjust this damage. And we'll do Swift Strike. I want to see how much their general DPS is. Their optimal DPS is 1.5, which is still lower than everyone else. Here you need rage to do that. And they're going to be sort of the opposite of the ranger, in the sense that the ranger is all about super long cooldowns. They're going to be about, and cast times is like you'll slash them while you're waiting for it to cool down. You hit that and then go back and forth, and then as they get higher and higher level, they'll have more and more of these like combo type things. So that means I'm going to need to throw down a trainer for them. Now I can throw down my new quest NPC down here. He's going to be kind of like an emissary. Valgus. No, we already have somebody with a good, kind of like that. A fear the quick. There you go. And he's gonna have you go over here, and he's gonna be like, you know, we don't need any gold for it. He's gonna be kind of talking to. He's not gonna complicate the sausage. I just want to grab one of these other guys. King off your title. 100 XP would be fine then. He comes from some of the elves who already live here, and he wants to find out about this tree. Check the tree. It's going to be very simple. And then he will actually spawn an entire new optional quest line for you to do. That you can start going this way instead of this way. I'm going to delete some of these random items that are scattered about here. It's going to be this terrain I was talking about. I'm just going to do a bunch of pine forest all over the place here. We'll grab the trees and take them out of the water. Like if any trees spawn in the water like this, we'll deal with them. Yeah, I'm thinking about continuing this little quest line here. Not sure if I'm going to do that right now. Let's look at our... No one's even reached level 3. So we don't really need to set up a new level yet. This is... Yeah, Crystal Spring sounds like a fine name for this area. I want to clear out some of these trees because I want to be able to actually see what I'm doing. Need a bunch of money for what we're about to do. We're going to do a big old time lapse. It should be cleared out fairly good. Now we need to end and we need a respawn point. Let's go ahead and power the network up in here. It's like I missed the tree. That should possibly help them to alleviate each other. I actually do like the general idea of these trees being super big in this region. But where's your entrance at? I'm confused. There's your entrance, I guess? This is going to be a very simple camp in this first area. There's not going to be a lot going on. Now let's see how the road is going to connect. Okay, it's going to connect through like this. I don't want people to come through yet. Just kind of mapping out a general feel for the place. I think down here is going to be the main village. And over here is going to be something special. I'd like for you to move a little bit closer to the road. Need to build a wall. Some path. Always forget. This is an extremely small camp. I guess not even like this one over here where it has like proper wooden walls or anything. It's like very, very recent. You can find some tents. This was a little watchtower, wouldn't hurt. Put a few watchtowers down. Where the heck are all the tents at? I know I'm just being blind. Okay, there they are, all in front of my face. Yeah, 'cause this is what I want to be the main focus, is like, this place is still pretty dang small. Let me see. That's about a good sized wagon, I think. Done a few carts as well. Just a few lanterns. And a small signpost to let people know what's going on. Did I ever put a signpost back here? Yes, I did. Okay. If I didn't already, I should probably put a signpost down right here. So, proper city and all. But you know what direction you're going in. Let you know where it's where. Of course, I'm going to have a bunch of stuff loaded here. Also have something kind of like a welcoming sign. Just come in. Yeah, after all this ice and everything we've been doing, I figured it would probably be nice to go through and do a different biome. Because the very next biome I have planned in the other direction is something to do with ice. It looks fine. It's like being like a tipped over a box. Can add some character to things. Oh, we have an upgrade. And whenever the dungeon update comes out, which I don't think it's going to be too much longer, the way I've heard in the Discord. I mean, it could be another few months for all I know, but it's from what I think. Then this is going to be a region that will house another dungeon. Or not another dungeon, but I have both the other regions, the caves more so, I suppose. And then the mountains, I do have an idea for dungeons. And this is going to be another region that I could have dungeons in. Oh, I think the camp is pretty well decorated. Now it's time for me to scatter the region with some very small rocks. Because we know how I like to throw rocks down. Adds a little bit of character. Small little rock cluster here would be nice to look at, I think. It's like a nice little rock cluster as you come into town. Down some greenery. Something we haven't really had that much of a chance to use before. these little things just all over the place. It's like little sprouts of grass and stuff. We actually have something. I think it's finally. Is it finally time we did parties? I think for now I'll just do vehicles instead, because I do have kind of an idea of what I might want to do involving vehicles. Put these bigger ones more scarcely around. I don't want to spend too much more money throwing little ones down. Maybe that wasn't such a great idea. Now we're going to throw some smaller trees in and around the immediate area of the camp. Also, kind of the idea is that they cut down some trees, but they can't make everything that they have. But I do want this to be a very heavily forested area. That about does it for what I want to put down in this area specifically. I'm gonna throw down some guards. One at each tower. Maybe even one over here, just to kind of let you know where you're going. And then, you know, there's going to be a couple of these guys around. Talking it up. So kind of like hanging out around this point. And then we will obviously have some quest givers coming in too. Alright, I think that will do it this episode, but thank you guys for watching. This has been Bloba signing off. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye, God bless, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.